So autism is extremely complicated disease. It's essentially on a genetic basis, but what the genes do it, except in a very extreme case in which it's completely the nervous system does not develop well, but it's a kind of predisposition to autism. So there are two factors, your genes and the environment in which you live. Now, this disturbance involves a lot of circuit. What we know now, especially from structural MRI study, that the motor system is strongly impaired. And clinicians know it from many years because all these children have difficulty moving, have clumsiness, have a lot of things. This has been somehow neglected. The people, especially psychologists, know that that's something different. We have motor deficit, which is one story, and then you have psychological deficit. And the core deficit in autism is incapacity to understand the others because this psychological property has not developed. So our theory is that what happens is that in these children has not developed the circuit which are necessary, mediate motor behavior. Since they don't have the proper motor behavior, they cannot understand the other people from inside. Even those which are highly intelligent, they can describe you good mathematical forms or become good mathematician, engineer, and so on. Still, they are lost in understanding some simple gesture that you do. They don't know if it's for because you care about the people, you don't care, you are nice with them, and so on. So our interpretation is the basic disturbances in the development of the motor system. On the top of it, it starts this incapacity to understand the other from inside. Although in those which have good intelligence, IQ, they can understand everything you want. They can understand often the behavior of the others, but always doing a kind of Sherlock Holmes thing. Or if he's grasping in this way, most likely he will do that. Instead, for us, we don't do this reasoning. We understand without any inference. He's grasping, that's because he wants to drink, he's grasping to control, and so on. So they are living in this particular. And that's implied that re-education should be different from the traditional one, because it should be really stressing the capacity to act. This theory, it's a bit different from the broken mirror neurons, which has been advanced by Ramachandran and before. Because broken mirror, it's again, the first thing is something that you don't understand the other. It's very similar to theory of mind. The only difference in one case, the theory of mind said that we have a module, a cognitive module for understanding others. Instead, the broken mirror system said, no, there is no module, it's just a mirror system which don't work. I think in both cases it's wrong because the beginning starts not with understanding the other, but we are our own capacity to develop this understanding of ourselves in a sense. They live in a kind of empty world because they have few motor capacity. Probably they have a kind of depressed emotional stuff. So you have to, somebody said that in autism, the synapses are sleeping. So you have to wake up these synapses because the neurons are there. With age, they become somehow malformed, there is abnormal development and so on. But at the beginning, the people who have predisposition, it's still everything there, but it's like a critical period in vision. If you don't have stimuli in that period, you don't evolve. So you must have stimuli in that period, and then you can improve a lot. So we are trying now to make a really training, motor training, and one machine, I don't know if you can say it, you know what is this? So Wii is excellent because you have the platform, you can measure how your stability, then you can have these games in which you acquire, and what we are trying to do, to have not only competitive games, which are not very good, but cooperative, when you have to recognize that the other guy is like me. So if he's doing something, I have to do something similar. So I think this motor capacity to communicate with the other, to play with the other will be extremely important. Then you can, we don't know if it will be then useful also in the normal life. Certainly what is important that people with children with autism like we very much. They play with pleasure. It's interesting because it's interactive. It's not like you and the computer. It's you, another guy, and the computer. So you create something which is extremely interesting because you have this capacity to put the person in contact with the other. Usually they don't want to do that. They are scared. They don't care of the other. Who are the others? So that's a way. I don't know if we will be the best thing, but anyway, we have a rehabilitation program based on games, and we, I think, could be or something similar. I mean, I don't want to make advertisement to Sony, or I don't know who is doing we. Anyway, we use it, we.